Hello internet friends, another episode of Only a Squid. This time I'm looking at Reversion, The Escape, first chapter. As of the 28th of April 2006, this game is 79p on Steam. The second chapter is out, which costs a little bit more at $3.99. That's why I'm looking at this one, because it keeps the game under £1. It is developed and published by 3F Games. And the current Metascore on Steam is mostly positive. So I'm very interested to see what kind of game this is. The art style attracted me immediately. For a game that only costs 79p, the art style looks very good. It's another narrative game, which is always a little bit difficult when you're trying to narrate. So I'm gonna try my best to do that. I've not figured out exactly what my strategy is for that. I know that people like to listen to the dialogue. So let's listen to a little bit of that and get a gist, since it is important.
What is this place?
Good afternoon. You are awake at last. I hope your rest has done you good. How are you feeling?
I'm dizzy, confused. I think I'm all right, but I don't understand what I'm doing here. I don't know this place. Where am I?
We could say that you're in Garahan Hospital, but it's actually what is left standing of it. Could you tell me how you got here?
No, I can't remember anything. I don't know. Maybe someone brought me here. I can't remember. In fact, I can't remember anything.
Okay, so I'm not going to just let the game play out. I'll give a brief overview. He's woken up, he doesn't know who he is, and there's some kind of military dictatorship that's taken over outside, and they're under lockdown. So hopefully you got the basic gist of the plot there, but I don't want my video to just be the game. When I'm reviewing these kinds of games, I always have to bear in mind that they're indie developers and the budget is limited and they're doing the best with limited resources. But I'm really sick of games where the acting is so bad. You have to actually inject, and I suppose that's to do with actors, what you can afford, the good actors, but nobody speaks like that. They are reading a script. That does not sound like anyone I've ever encountered in life. It's not acting, it's reading a page. And particularly in a narratively based game, if that is your selling point. If the game is about storyline, then the storyline has to be engaging, and storylines are only engaging if the characters are engaging. And if they're not acted well, you switch off. I'm sorry, that is the fact. My initial feeling is I'm not drawn in by the characters or the story. That's the end result. So this is crucially important, that it's acted well and written well. So you've lost your memory. It's a very original start to the game. I'll stop being an arsehole now. I'm sorry. I love the art style. I think the illustration is really good. It looks great. He responds nicely. Let's have a look at. So I've lost my memory. There was some kind of war, some kind of time travel plot. I've been asleep for a long time. Let's see what's in here. Picture of a scientist. Use picture of scientist with. Hey, here we go. Let's put it in our inventory. Can we do that? So is that in the closet or is it in my inventory? It would appear it's in my inventory. If I just pick that up, I cannot tell. Bed. Let's examine the bed, as you would. In life, When I don't know about you, but when I enter a room, I go towards every object and I examine it. That's a mattress. That's a window. No, resume game. I don't want to start hinting yet. Looks like I can't get out of this room. He doesn't look very friendly, does he? Why does nothing happen when I click on people? If I right click, that opens that. Okay, that's handy. Highlight everything that I can click on in the room. I am clicking on things, but I don't seem to be able to do anything. Right, point and click standard. Let's click on everyone. Right. Hold down. Talk.
Hi.
Have we met before?
Have we met before?
Not very talkative. Could you tell me anything about the
Tell me
attack?
anything about the attack?
Attack? Ha!
What was that?
Strange interactions that don't make any contextual sense. That's good. It's all good. I get the feeling that it might be the clunkiness in the dialogue might be
Much better.
there were a lot of dialogue language options. So maybe it's actually developed in a different language. So I suppose you could say that the bad translation is part of the charm of the game. That's one way of looking at it.
Doctor, I'm
Who's to
sorry
say if it's the right way? It'll either frustrate you or you'll find it interesting. I've just taken your syringe. Nothing weird about that. He's not got anything to say about it, Mr. Doctor? He's not remotely interested. Okay.
Table.
It reminds me of those old games where kind of you assume the intelligence of you assume that things don't have to quite make sense because it's a computer game. Yeah. No one reacts. Oh, that's nice.
You're a little too high.
I like his look there. Ooh,
Getting out of here is
Yeah,
going
it
to be
is.
hard. There is another guard down there.
It's some kind of police state. It's kind of crazy. There's a barred window. Let's have a look.
It's the window in the hall.
So I've got a syringe. I don't think a syringe is going to be much use there.
I'm gonna miss my flight. I must leave.
Okay, so that one didn't work. Let's try them all.
I'm feeling sick. I need to go out now.
Okay, let's go.
Really? I like the perspective here. That's really interesting. I like the art style and the art direction. It's it's the writing and perhaps maybe it's not the writing in its native whatever language this was done in. Maybe it's great in English. It's not so good. You don't see the purpose of a roll holder. I can tell you what the purpose is, mate. But if you don't know, you don't know. He's had a very sheltered upbringing. So look at the graffiti.
It's meaningless.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's dirty, but it's not meaningless. Things have meaning. Things have meaning. And things have purpose, even if you...
I can't reach them. They are a little high.
Grab his feet
that's the
pulling
feet of
through,
the guy who
put his head
accompanied
down the
me here.
toilet. So I can't do... I could go in the toilet, but I don't seem to be able to...
Well, I'm leaving.
Go away.
This is absurd. The absurd sort of weird conversational style of this is kind of really freaky. Have we met before? Could you tell me anything about... Hi. Have we met before? No speaky.
Could you tell me anything about the attack?
Attack? Ha!
What was that?
All right. So it's like a turn to the camera. It's an aside. It's Shakespearean. Okay, here we go. Let us... So, what was the thing that showed me... No, I don't want to use a hint yet. Resume... Yeah, it's that thing, isn't it? Have I looked at everything? Table, bed... I've not looked at the glass, a broken window. A shard of glass. There's got to be something with this, surely.
A broken window. It seems to... No, I could cut myself with it.
Right, let's get the guard to take me to the toilet, and I'm going to use the syringe on him. Right, syringe. Use syringe with...
Pierce him with an empty syringe? Ha!
Oh, okay. Maybe I could pump him full of shit.
This is useless.
Okay. Well, I haven't got, like, time is precious. Use a hint. You need to have the picture, give the picture to the girl. So how... Well, maybe I should have figured that out. Let's have a look at this picture. Picture of a scientist. So what hint there is that you give the picture to the scientist, to the girl? I don't... Tell me if I'm wrong. There's no logic in that.
What are you doing with that picture? Where did you get it from?
I have no idea. I can't remember anything. I've lost my memory, and that picture is the only thing I had in my pocket when I woke up in this room.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not in the right frame of mind to play it, but a picture of a scientist, I thought I got that out of the closet. I clicked on the closet and I thought it was, I thought the picture was of this guy. He's a doctor. He's not a scientist. I don't know. I'm an idiot. Right, what do we do next? Okay, so you can't do the hints all the time. I'm at a loss. I don't know where to begin. I don't know if that's me in this type of game, but it could be anything. It could be anything. It's really stressing me out. I don't know. So go and see if they have any more dialogue options. Go and try everything on everything else. There's got to be some sort of... Hasn't there got to be some sort of sense, a gist of what to do?
It's the window in the hall.
Is it point and clicks that I'm struggling with, or is it this game? I don't play a lot of point and clicks, I must say. But Alpha Centauri, Space Pilgrim was a bit point and clicky, and I didn't feel as lost playing that. I feel completely lost. I don't know what to do. I like the art style. I like the idea of this... of retro. I'm not against playing retro point and clicks, but I have no interest in seeing what happens next or figuring this out. Sorry. I mean, if you like this game, if you like this style of game, then maybe it's your type of thing. But I don't think it is. I don't think it is the style of the game. Like I say, I played Alpha Centauri recently, and my memory of that is that I was endeared to that game because of interesting characters, surprising things happening, and good dialogue, funny dialogue that made me want to get into that game. This, I had the opposite feeling because of the bad translation and the bad acting. I feel like these characters are not alive and not interesting. There's an interesting debate to be had, I think, about the importance of translation. I think it's a translation issue, and I think the care and attention that the original developers of this obviously gave to this first chapter of this game, because it is an episodic game, it's obviously well developed, and it's obviously the art style is good, and some of the puzzles are maybe a little bit obscure, but I think the core problem is a problem of translation. And it just goes to show that if the same thought isn't put into the translation of a game as was put into the original, then it's not gonna click with people. Well, me, it's not gonna click. Translation is really important. It's as important as the original created work. If you're going to translate something, like think of classic works of literature that have been translated, as much emphasis is put into who translates them and how they translate them. There are different translations of books, and some are considered better and some are considered worse. And it's because translation and the skill of the translator matters. Why we don't put that focus on translations of games, I don't know. Are we basically saying, well, it's just a game, doesn't matter, we'll get away with it, get away with this dodgy translation? But it has a knock-on effect in terms of character and storyline and enjoyment for the player. I think that's what's happened in this game, and it's a shame. I think maybe it's got a lot there, but I'm not willing to put up with the the crappy translation and the fact that the characters don't resonate and it's not clear what to do. I mean, that could be a mechanical issue rather than a game mechanic issue rather than translation, but I think at its core, it doesn't compel me to continue because I don't like the characters and I don't know where it's coming from. So that's a shame. I know, I don't enjoy dismissing games and saying a game is not good. I can only say I don't want to play it and take from that what you will. All right, thanks for watching. I've been Nap. Hope you enjoyed this review. There are more coming up on the end card. Just click on those links. Sub up if you feel like it. I do quick looks. I do doing a playthrough of Skyrim at the moment. Also do other little faffy funny videos. So give me a sub, give me a like or a dislike, and tell me why you disliked and what you liked about this video. That helps. See yous.